Live stream is up. Georgia and Daniel Show presents Daniel's 32 birthday bash. 40th episode together. Season 5, episode 2 begins in 30 seconds from now. In 3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday, we love you. Happy birthday, and may all your dreams come true. When you blow out the candles, one light stays low. It's the love light in where you go. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, we love you. Happy birthday, and may all your dreams come true. When you blow out the candles, one light stays low. It's the love light in your eyes where you go.
Okay, let's sing it one more time for everybody who has a birthday this year.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, we love you. Happy birthday, may all your dreams come true. When you blow out your candles, one light stays low. It's the love light in your eyes where you are. When you blow out the candles, one light stays aglow. It's the love light in where you go. Happy 32nd birthday to myself. Daniel's 32nd birthday bash begins in 3, 2, 1.
I didn't know that you had a crush on me. How did I never see all that we could have been? High time we turned the pages, start a story for the ages. High time we got it going on. No, it's never easy for people who love anymore, but we gotta try. 'Cause you and I were meant to be. I love you, baby, and I know it takes more than words to show it. You are the one, and I know it.
You're listening to the Georgia and Daniel Show. This is Georgia and Daniel Show presents Daniel's 32nd birthday bash. My name is Daniel from SpecialChronicles.com.
And my name is Georgia. I'm his cutest true love.
And we are back. We're so good to be back recording. This is the 12th of January, 2020. It is currently 2 days before my actual birthday. My actual birthday is January 14th. So you can send us your emails and DMs and comments and messages, birthday greetings on January 14th. But we'll record this on the day off from work, and we have some time, and so we thought it's not a typical time that we record, but it's we're behind the mics. Wow, behind the mic, and this is, if you guys listen to this or watching this on specialchronicles.com/GDShow40, you're probably wondering, well, that's a different link that you guys don't usually have. That's because we have an internal document that only our team at Special Chronicles has access to. And so I, Daniel, have produced over 500 episodes of podcasts the past 12 years. Well, now this is the 13th year. But Georgia, you and I, we have co-hosted. This is the 40th episode.
Yes, this is the 40th episode
that we have co-hosted. So you guys can listen to, well, this is now our 5th season, but you guys can go back and listen to basically even before we started dating, when we were just friends. You can listen to we have chronicled our entire time of knowing each other on this podcast in 39, now 40 episodes. We have celebrated holidays. We have celebrated birthdays. We have celebrated
Christmas.
I said that, holidays.
Okay,
We have celebrated our lives. We have. This is the show. This is the podcast, the Georgia and Daniel show. This is the podcast where we are talking about our lives. We're talking about our lives and share with you stories about life from a different angle. And that's what you can find right here on the Georgia and Daniel show. This is season 5, episode 2. This is our 40th episode podcasting together. This is Daniel's 32nd birthday bash.
Woohoo!
So blow the horns and get your birthday horns and shimos out as you listen or watch this podcast. Get ready to celebrate with us.
Yes,
And if
please.
you listen into the podcast later on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or Stitcher, wherever you listen to podcasts, if you're listening to the podcast later, then go check out the video on YouTube or Facebook and leave your comments. You can, of course, also, we'll let you know at the top of the show here, you can also email us at DanielAndGeorgia@SpecialChronicles.com. You can also get in touch and reach us on social media. You can tweet us, hashtag Georgia and Daniel Show. At Daniel Georgia S is our Twitter handle. You can find Georgia on Instagram. You can DM her or comment on her page at Peach Georgia 22, or me on Instagram at PodmanDan, or you can DM or comment on our page on Instagram or Facebook at Daniel and Georgia. So we just want to get that out of the way as we now kick off. Welcome you. Well, let me have Georgia. Let me have you, babe. Let me have you welcome everybody to what? Daniel, it's number 1 on the show notes. Let me have you, because it makes no sense to have me welcome myself to what this episode is titled. This is where you. So let me have you, babe. You welcome everybody to.
Okay, everyone, welcome to Daniel's 32nd birthday bash. We're gonna talk about what he was like
32 years ago.
32 years ago, and
Yeah,
how I met him.
And we'll have a live phone call with my mom to answer that question, as in, what was it like having me come out of my mom? And my kid, hey, if there's any kids listening to this episode, that point of the episode might get a little scandalous. So let's just say,
Okay, let's not just put that in there.
no, we're gonna put it in there because what else can my? So let's throw it out there both a while and let you all know before we went on air.
Okay, let's just
Before we
say
went-
that.
My mom asked, so what do you want me to talk about on the show? And I said, well, it's Daniel's 32th birthday bash. And she was like, yeah, that makes sense. And now to get into a little bit more about what she's going to talk about on the show is, by the way, I don't know if she's watching live. She usually listens to the podcast on demand later, like a lot of you do. My mom is going to talk about what it was like to have me come out of Ho 32 years ago.
Okay, sounds.
What was it like? Because let's just say it wasn't, I'm her firstborn, and it wasn't a typical childbirth. So if you want all the awesome details, we are going to try to see if my mom can share some of those details about what it was like for me to come out of Ho 32 years ago. So you have that to look forward to. Okay, babe? Continue giving our awesome listeners the rundown.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of things I want to talk to you about my boyfriend Daniel. 32 years ago.
And let me just say, this 32nd birthday is it differently. Now, when we celebrated your 32nd birthday, babe, 6 months ago, because yes, everybody, you're doing the math, you're 6 months older than me.
Yes, I am.
Let me just put that out there. And let me also just say that we were still in the middle of the global pandemic, in Georgia's 32nd birthday 6 months ago. We were at least able to do the show in person.
Yes.
In the same studio, in the same back porch studio.
Yes, it was a back porch
Studio.
And all of he and I were actually dressed up at that point.
Yes. And with that was awesome.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I wish Daniel's 32nd birthday bash. You're probably wondering why I'm talking in the third person. Hey, it's fun. Okay. You're probably wondering why Daniel's 32nd birthday bash, why that can't be in person. Well, this is not the way I would. Okay, let me say. On January 14th, 2021, I will be celebrating my 32nd birthday virtually. And it's different. I wish I could be with my entire family, with all my friends. I wish I could be with you, babe.
Yes.
Maybe we might get to this weekend, get to see each other safely in person. Maybe.
Yeah. We can go on a walk just like what we did the last time.
Well, we don't know for sure.
Yeah, we don't know for sure. Let's just put it that way.
My people talk with your people.
Yeah, well, my people are.
Your dad, my dad.
Yeah, my dad and your dad would talk.
It sounds so official to say my people talk to your people, but it's okay. So it's different. I would rather celebrate Daniel's 32nd birthday bash with all my family and friends together. But because we still have to be wearing these masks, because we have to be still social distancing, because we have to still be safe, we can be alive, so we can celebrate future birthdays. And so next year, I can celebrate my 33rd birthday next year in 2022 in Kazakhstan. That's a little teaser for a year from now. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. we are celebrating Daniel's 32nd birthday bash virtually on January 14th. So, with that, if John McGrath or any of the United ORDCS leadership team is listening or watching this podcast right now, I want to first thank you for the lovely birthday card that I received in the mail yesterday.
Wow.
This is the first time just hearing about this. Yes.
They did?
I don't know if Steve, my direct manager, I'm saying that on air, but I know if he would have, he would have. But it was still nice. I'm still thankful. Like, this is all second year working at United, and my second birthday card from them. And so, thank you to them. Thank you to the entire United ORDCS leadership team, the entire United family for that birthday card. And with that, coming up later, Georgia has a few birthday surprises. There might be some birthday questions coming up on the show. And stay tuned because my mom will be calling in to give you all the maybe scandalous, but all the details about what it was like for yours truly, Daniel, to come out of her 32 years ago. What was that like? Stay tuned. How do you like that for a teaser? Okay, what else do you want to say in this?
Well,
of the show.
Well, I want to say that I am proud. I am really proud to be his girlfriend.
You're proud to be in love with me. I was going to say something else, but that might get a little too scandalous. So I'll try to. I was going to say something else. I don't think I should. I think there's only too much scandalous comments we can say in one episode. So
yes,
let's not.
Okay.
Go on, babe.
Okay, so the reason why I'm the proud girlfriend of Daniel Smrokowski is because he does an amazing things in his life. Like the first time that he started at Goodwill.
I'm talking about that. United. Can you just...
Yeah.
United, right? That's what you want to say?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
United. Okay.
Okay, yeah, so I never had a famous boyfriend before. And it's not because I'm famous too, but this is all about him in particular because whenever he works at United, he's there for life because I've never seen
people know him.
Works an airport before.
People know him. People know.
I'm just saying that right now that I never had a boyfriend or someone who's out there to actually work in an airport, to work the gates, to do different events.
Mostly in the lobby. Okay, go on. Mostly in the lobby. Okay.
Well, to be his girlfriend, I really love doing date chats with him because instead of saying FaceTime, it's called date chats. And that is the only way I'm in contact with him, along with being on the phone or being on my computer.
Yeah.
And we're podcasting. So, but in the future, way in the future, I want to see him with no mask, just in person, just to be together. I love you, babe.
I love you too. And thanks for all those comments. And as I said, it's so different. You're 32nd virtually. And I know for the past year, everybody who has a birthday, like you heard Tom Chapin said in the song, everybody who has a birthday this past year has celebrated the birthday virtually. Or at least everybody who wants to celebrate the birthday safely is celebrating the birthday virtually. It is different. I would rather celebrate it in person. I would rather celebrate it with my entire family and friends in person. But that's just not possible. In order to do it safely, we're doing it virtually. And I look forward to all the birthday surprises on this episode of the Georgia and Daniel show, Daniel's 32nd birthday bash. I look forward to maybe some more birthday surprises. If any of you out there listeners have any birthday surprises, then go ahead and email those birthday surprises to. I mean, have to do a better job with these. You can go ahead and email those birthday surprises to
what are you doing?
Daniel and Georgia at SpecialChronicles.com. Daniel and Georgia at Special Chronicles. Let me just go ahead and just delete some of those so I can have a better idea. Daniel and Georgia at SpecialChronicles.com is if you would like to email any birthday messages, any birthday surprises to me, go ahead and just email Daniel and Georgia at SpecialChronicles.com. And you can DM at Daniel and Georgia on Instagram or Facebook. You can DM us there as well, or just reach out to me personally at. I think we went to. Let me just mention that again. You can also just DM me on Instagram or Facebook at PodmanDan, PodmanDan at PodmanDan, PodmanDan at PodmanDan. You can just DM me on Instagram or Facebook and send me your birthday messages. DM me a video. Send me a video. Or post it to your story and tag me. And I look forward to seeing that. And with that, babe.
Yes.
I believe this is the point of the show. Well, you want to set it up for our listeners? Look at the show notes on specialchronicles.com/GDShow40. And in the show notes, you will see a link to a happy birthday dance mix on Spotify. It's a Spotify link. So you want to set this up for our listeners? Like, what are these birthday surprises?
Okay, so basically what you guys are going to listen right now is called a happy birthday dance mix. I've been using the same song for everybody's birthday that is out there, but I also did it for Daniel.
And I watched it, and it was awesome.
As well.
We might need to put a link to that video in the show notes. It's on Facebook, right?
Yes. So all my videos.
Hey, babe, can you remind me to put a link to that video in the show notes on specialchronicles.com/GDShow40 to your video message for me? Yeah.
Sure.
Remind me. I'll just put it in the Google Doc, and I will. So, and with that, are you going to sing along?
Well, I am because
it comes from, the link in the show notes will be a Spotify link to Happy Birthday Dance Mix. Right.
Happy birthday. Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Daniel. Happy birthday to you. Birthday to you. Dear Daniel, happy birthday to you.
Well, that was awesome. Maybe we'll have to use that coming out of our sponsor break.
Yeah.
So with that, Oh, that's awesome. If you guys have a birthday message, once again, email Daniel and Georgia at specialchronicles.com or DM us on Instagram or Facebook at Daniel and Georgia, and or just DM me on Instagram or Facebook at PodmanDan, PODMANDAN at PodmanDan. And love to hear your birthday video or birthday messages. And birthday greetings. And yeah. Well, tag me on Instagram or Facebook at PodmanDan, PODMANDAN at PodmanDan. Any more birthday surprises?
Well, yes, I have my questions. Let's see. Okay, so
Questions. This is okay. So this is 5 minutes, and then we'll take our sponsor break, and then we'll call my mom on the show.
sure, yeah.
Okay. So
Okay. Are you ready?
yes.
Okay, so this is the first question, okay? When you were a kid, what was your favorite birthday?
When I was a kid, what was my favorite birthday? Wow, that's a tough question. Let's see. Ooh, that's a tough question. When I was a kid, what was my tough question? But I'm gonna say
Like, did you have like a pizza party or something like that?
yeah. I would probably have to say it was. Ooh, I know one. It was when there was a clown that came to my house, and yeah, when there was a clown that came to my house, and what's awesome about that is now I've got so remember that clown t-shirt that I wore for Halloween? Well, lately I've been wearing it to bed. My dad doesn't like it, but I think it's awesome.
You've been sleeping in your clown outfit?
Yes. That's not creepy. My mom
Not creepy.
My mom even hung it on a hanger. It shows you just how much she likes it. And yeah, so yeah, clown. There we go. When there was a clown that came to my birthday party when I was little.
Very cool.
It'd be a little creepy if the clown came now. I don't know why, but hey, if anybody wants to surprise me at my house and have a clown come to my house, email us Daniel and Georgia at specialchronicles.com, and we'll send you my home address. And yeah, so just go ahead. If you want to surprise me with the clown. I will be happy to talk with the clown. Take a picture with the clown at age 32. Okay, go on.
Okay. What is your favorite birthday cake?
My favorite birthday cake is a yellow cake. I mean, chocolate's okay, but my favorite is probably have to be a yellow cake.
Well, do you like frosting on top of
Yeah, all that.
Nice. All right. Well, this is your last and final question. What was your favorite birthday present from someone?
My favorite birthday present from someone would be... What's the birthday present that you got me? What did you get me?
Was it the picture frame that I gave you, or was that a Christmas present?
Another Christmas present. What did you give me for my birthday? Oh, I know. You got this me a couple years ago. A coastal. I still have it.
Yes, but that was you.
Kind of.
Your 30th.
Your name is kind of faded on here because I use it to drink coffee. But it's for the podcast listeners who can't see us. We are live streaming this on YouTube. If you can't see, go watch the video on YouTube or Facebook. But I'll describe it for the podcast listeners. It's a wood coastal. It's made out of a tree trunk, and on the front it says Daniel and Georgia's name is faded. 2008 to 2019. I don't know why she put that on there, but anyways. And the happy 30th birthday was from a couple years ago. So
yes. So
let's just go with, because I can't wait to remember what my favorite birthday present from someone was, but I'm just going to go with that one.
Well, you're welcome, because I made that when I was at camp. It took a while for me to actually make it. Not the actual tree trunk, but just the words. Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and take a quick sponsor break in just a few moments. We want to take this moment to remind you that you are listening to the Georgia and Daniel Show. I'm Daniel from SpecialChronicles.com.
And I'm Dan Skirishulov.
And this episode is Daniel's 32nd birthday bash. We will be continuing with, after the break, we will be calling my mom, where she will give us all the scandalous details on what it was like for me to come out of her, to pop out of her.
Oh.
All that's coming after the break, so don't hit pause. We'll be back right after this break. You're listening to the Georgia and Daniel Show right here on SpecialChronicles.com. We'll be back after this quick break right here on SpecialChronicles.com. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Lisa Noble, and I'm a ComEd Energy Force Ambassador and an athlete with Special Olympics Illinois.
Hi, my name is Daniel Smrokowski, and I also am a ComEd Energy Force Ambassador and founder of a company called Special Chronicles.
The ComEd Energy Force program is a program that hires people with disabilities to teach the public how to save energy and money.
It's the country's first energy efficiency program of its kind.
Saving energy is especially important while everyone is at home due to COVID-19. We're using more electricity than ever before. Just think about how many more times you are opening the refrigerator door these days.
And while the economy is stressed, it's more critical than ever to save money where we can. Following these tips can save energy and money in this time of COVID-19.
Wash your clothes in cold water and use the dryer sparingly.
Your dryer can take up to 7 times more energy than the washer.
Turn off and unplug any electrical devices or power strips you are not using.
Electrical devices can continue to zap power even when turned off if they're still plugged in. We call them vampire devices.
Use LED bulbs.
They use 25% less energy than incandescent bulbs and last up to 25 times longer, saving you lots of money over time.
Keep your refrigerator between 35 and 38 degrees.
And be sure to use Energy Star appliances.
And last but not least, check out ComEd.com/home savings for more tips and rebates.
Lisa and I would like to thank you for taking the time to listen to us today.
Remember, we are all in this together.
Stay healthy.
And stay safe.
Bye. So it is brought to you by the ComEd Energy Force Ambassador Program. The Energy Force is the country's first energy efficiency education program designed for and taught by people with disabilities. ComEd is powering lives and radio is powering us here at Special Chronicles. Learn more at specialchronicles.com/ComEd. That's specialchronicles.com/ComEd. We thank ComEd for the generous support of Special Chronicles. This episode is brought to you by listeners like you. Please support this podcast at specialchronicles.com/give. That's specialchronicles.com/give. And please, you can visit specialchronicles.com/give to make your one-time, monthly, or annual gift today so we can continue to produce this podcast, the Georgia and Daniel Show, and many more podcasts right here on the Special Chronicles Network. So specialchronicles.com/give is where you can make your one-time, monthly, or annual gift today. And we thank you for your generous support of our mission at Special Chronicles and this podcast, the Georgia and Daniel Show.
We're not just athletes.
We are the ambassadors of an uprising.
Peaceful protesters.
In a rebellion against anyone
Who has a fear of difference.
Difference.
Our demands are
equality,
dignity,
and the recognition of our
shared humanity.
We will not stop
Or accept anything less.
Today, our world is
More divided than ever.
and coming together has never been more urgent.
The revolution.
Is inclusion.
Find out more at jointherevolution.org.
This is Special Chronicles, giving respect and a voice
to people with special needs.
You're listening to the Georgia and Daniel Show right here on SpecialChronicles.com. My name is Daniel from SpecialChronicles.com.
And my name is Georgia from Georgia and Daniel Show.
And on this episode of the Georgia and Daniel Show, this is Daniel's 32nd birthday bash. And with that, we're going to go ahead and give my mom a call right here on the Georgia and Daniel Show to give you all the scandalous details. Like for yours truly Daniel to pop out of hole 32 years ago. That is coming up right now. Let me give my mom a call on the Georgia and Daniel Show. Daniel's 32nd birthday. Oh, this is awesome. This show is going awesome. Hey, Mom, you're live on the Georgia and Daniel Show.
Well, lucky for me.
And
hi, Georgia.
This episode, we're recording this the 12th of January, 2021, 2 days before the 14th of January, 2021. And this episode is Daniel's 32nd birthday bash. And at the beginning of the episode, we played Tom Chapin's Happy Birthday song, and then we played this birthday dance mix from Spotify.
I came up with that, Linda, because I did that song for Daniel's birthday video that I just did just recently.
Nice.
And so with that, we don't want to play too many times on the show. So with that, the way that we teased your segment of the podcast might be a little scandalous for some of our kid listeners, but we thought, well, so before we went on air today, you asked what we were going to talk about on the show. Well, seeing that this episode is titled Daniel's 32nd birthday bash, we thought it's only fitting that we call you to talk about what it was like for yours truly, for Daniel, to pop out of you 32 years ago.
Well, I recall it wasn't that easy as just a quick little pop out.
That's what I said. That's what I said. It wasn't that easy. So let's take a listeners back. Let's go back in time to 32 years ago. The year was 1989. It was Long Beach, California. It was Southern California. It was the sunny Long Beach of California in Southern California. So it wasn't cold at all. It was, I say that's why I don't really like winter, because anyways, take us back to 32 years ago when like the moments, so the even if you want like a couple of days before the 14th of January, before I was still inside of you, just before I was popped out of you, take us back. Describe those before the miracle boy that he was, the guy that some say is a celebrity, the guy that is now featured on a billboard.
Hey, Daniel, let your mom talk.
Featured on a billboard, the one that's produced over 500 podcast episodes.
Okay.
All right, let's go on.
Don't make me regret having a child.
You wouldn't do that.
Well, a few days before, actually, close to 6 weeks before, I was flat on my back in bed, because my water had broken, and
Is
it
it?
had broken before halfway through the pregnancy, which is a bad thing. It's been inevitable. And the doctor said, well, you don't have any good prospects, but you can give it a try just to lie here in bed. Don't get up. Don't go to the bathroom. Don't anything. And she didn't even own a doctor's bag, but she was kind enough to make a few home visits. I think she grabbed a shopping bag and put some of her stuff in it and came to visit to make sure I was keeping my temperature all the time and, waiting for infection. And she checked me out. But then at some point, I forget the exact, I probably started spotting some blood. And so I had to go to the hospital the day before you were born.
Mm-hmm.
And it was way too early for you to be born.
So that was that was tomorrow, the 13th of January.
Yeah, I believe so. And so they hooked me all up for surgery in case they had to do that. But they just got me ready, and then we waited. And they kept checking, my heart rate and the baby's heart rate. And sometime during the night, or early in the next morning, nothing had really happened too dramatic in contractions, but in the morning, they were again checking my heart rate and the baby's heart rate. And one of the nurses or doctors said, well, we've got your heart rate, but we can't find the baby's heart rate. And they kept checking. That's not good. But then someone said, oh, we do have the baby's heart rate. Unfortunately, the baby's heart rate is slow, like an adult's heart rate. And for a baby to survive, their heart rate has to be much faster, pumping their blood.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, that's not good. It's a slow heart rate. That means the baby is having a lot of trouble. So they said, we're going to do surgery right away. And so I was partially prepped. But then we were on the wrong side of the hospital, or far away from the operating room. So it was a mad dash. And then they delivered you.
And then I popped out of you. And
well, yeah.
No, not exactly.
Yeah, they delivered you. The note from the delivery that I saw at some point said you were resuscitated at a certain time, which, resuscitated means they had to kind of bring you back from
the dead,
not being with us. But
from the dead.
Anyway, you had wonderful care. You had wonderful doctors and at least a one-on-one nurse or one-on-two nurse ratio. So you had lots of good care.
And now,
and then you were in the hospital for 3 months. You came home even before you were due. You would have been due in 3 1/3 months. You came home a little bit before that, so teeny tiny, with lots of equipment, attached to heart and lung monitor. They had to do some surgeries, and from one of them, you've heard this story, Dan. George probably has too, that you had a styrofoam coffee cup, a little white styrofoam coffee cup, hanging off of a tube from your stomach or intestines. It was draining bile.
Yeah, let's tell our listeners that, because I'm sure a lot of people wish that they had coffee coming out of them. Like, oh, no, not out of them. I mean, that was a little weird.
Yes, that was a little bit weird for me.
A lot of people wish that they had coffee dripping into them. Well, I can actually say, okay, technically it wasn't coffee, but I can say I had a coffee tube. I had coffee being dripped into me.
Yes, it wasn't dark brown. It was dark green. The pile, I think it was.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So
it was green coffee. It was green coffee. Let's just, yeah. Okay. With that
being said,
Georgia, did you have any other questions for about from that miracle of a day 32 years ago? Because it was a miracle of a day 32 years ago when I was born.
Okay.
You've heard it all, I'm sure, already.
Well, my question is that how would you know that you wanted the name Daniel?
Oh, well, like a lot of parents, I had, made a list. I had some names. I liked the name Aaron, Aaron. I thought that was a good name. And I had, before meeting your father, I had dated a guy, Daniel, named Daniel. That wasn't the reason I put it on the list, but I didn't like the name. I liked the name a lot. And so I said to your dad, I said, I was dating this guy named Daniel, so maybe you don't want to choose that one. But he liked it too, so he liked it better than Aaron, I guess.
Awesome.
That's really cool.
Well, so with that, let's see. We don't want to keep you too long, and we don't want to keep our listeners listening for too long. But I guess anything else you want to add about that miracle day 32 years ago, or just my 32nd birthday happening on January 14th? We'll be celebrating it virtually with everybody, and hopefully they can listen to this podcast, the Georgia and Daniel Show, Daniel's 32nd birthday bash. This episode on my birthday, if they're not listening to it live right now. But is there anything that you want to maybe add about that miracle of a day 32 years ago, or just my 32nd birthday overall?
I just remember I didn't get to see you for some hours, maybe the next day, I don't recall. But when I did get to see you, you're a little tiny person. Even though you kind of looked like an old man, you looked like you were in your 90s. That's a little preemie baby doesn't have any fat. But so I saw this little 90-year-old looking person, and I remember saying to everybody, "I'm in love." You were very lovely, and I was in love with my little baby.
Didn't the doctors call me a wimpy white boy or something like that?
Yeah. Your chances, I guess, the statistics of survival and being healthy and thriving are a little worse for white males. So, yeah, I thought that was fine. They said that wimpy white boy, because it was their way of sharing that you had a lot of challenges.
And without getting
medically.
Yeah, without getting a little too political, but didn't the doctors advise you to abort me?
Well, advised me to abort you. No, not really. No. But my doctor said she was
recommend
way back, when it was not quite even halfway through the pregnancy that the water broke, and she knew there was a lot of risk to the mother from infection. She said she felt obligated to offer that as, an option. It wasn't that she was promoting aborting you at all.
Okay. But it
was just sort of showing me how serious they were.
They recommended it as, okay. So
no, they didn't recommend. It was just laid out there
as an option.
Possibility.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Given as an option. Okay. So let's see. Well, we're gonna wrap up the show we've got a couple other final segments. of this episode. But anything else? So,
Okay.
Georgia, did you want to add anything?
No.
Happy birthday, sweetie. And Georgia, I'm glad you're there helping him celebrate, especially because you know how to be a 32-year-old already, right?
Well, yeah. Well, I'm 32 now. This summer I will be 33. So on this particular podcast, I've been talking about how I first met Daniel and
A little bit. Okay. Well, awesome. Well, I'll talk to you later, Mom. And thanks for Well, I was gonna say calling in, but we called you on.
Okay.
It was nice talking to you, Linda.
Bye. And that was my mom, Linda, calling in on this episode of the Georgia and Daniel show, Daniel's 32nd birthday bash. And thank you for everybody for leaving your comments. Thank you to our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah, who wishes me a happy birthday and asking how I'm going to celebrate it and asking me about.
I wanted to give you some more questions.
She wanted to know if I had enough coffee today. Yes.
Well, did you have coffee this morning?
Well, yeah. He also want to know if I had butterbeer for. That was more of a thing there for her birthday, but okay. And then we've got a few other birthday messages from our listeners, and thank you. So make sure to go leave your comments in the comments or email us later and let us know your birthday greetings. With that, on this episode of the Georgia and Daniel Show, Daniel's 32nd birthday bash, it's time for the birthday. Well, first, wasn't it awesome to hear from my mom?
It was really nice talking to your mom.
So hopefully you guys got a little bit of an insight of what it was like the days leading up and the day of the day that I, 32 years ago, popped out. What?
No, I said have conceived, meaning you were brought to this life.
Yeah. So you guys got a little bit of a taste of what it was like the 2 days leading up to and the day of 32 years ago that I popped out of my mom. So
okay.
That's just an awesome picture. Don't you just want to don't you all just want to, you guys all listening at home, you're listening with your kids, you're driving in the car, you're walking, you're running, you're doing whatever you do when you listen to this podcast, and you can picture in your head 32 years ago, some like you, babe, would say attractive. This attractive young guy, 32 years ago, popping out of his mom.
Yes, you're very attractive.
So with that, before I open up this, I'm not going to show the front because I don't want to give away all addresses, but I've got a envelope.
Yep, and there is a birthday present inside the envelope.
I was going to open it on my birthday, but I was like, why don't we just open this on this episode of the Georgia and Daniel Show, Daniel's 32nd birthday bash. But before I do, you've got another surprise for me. A birthday band. What?
Band new.
You know, that's what I said.
Okay, so this is what I just decorated just now.
Hold on, let me make you full screen.
Okay. Alright guys, so I actually did some arts and crafts just now. I made a very nice banner for my boyfriend. It says happy birthday. And I have 6 different colors of balloons. And I put Daniel Smrokowski at the age of 32. Just like that. Because I love him very much.
Awesome. So that was the birthday banner. And now, I'm going to open up.
Drum roll?
Well, actually, maybe not a drum roll. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. As we celebrate on this episode of the Georgia and Daniel Show, Daniel's 32nd birthday bash. That was bad timing. The channel is muted on the mixer. Let's try that again. On this episode of the Georgia and Daniel Show, Season 5, Episode 2, Daniel's 30-second birthday bash
episode. Happy birthday, Daniel. You. Happy birthday, Daniel.
And with that, let's go ahead. I was about to show the address. I don't want to show the address. There's a reason, you guys, why I'm not showing the front, because I don't want you. We love you listeners. We just don't want you to be finding out where we live. So let's go ahead and open it up on the show. So, whoa, I love the little gold sticker that you have in the back.
Yeah, well, that is a hummingbird.
I don't want to wreck it.
Well, you can keep the sticker if you want.
Okay, that's kind of.
You can put it like on your.
That's kind of what I was planning by saying I like the sticker. So I'm open it up, and I always just like to make sure I didn't forget anything in the envelope. And it's a picture of Mikuda's true love. Oh wait, I should open it up. That's only like one half of the picture. Let's open it up. That was only one half of the. Like I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." I mean, it's only one half of the picture.
You need to open the whole thing.
I just had it now. I'm having a difficult time opening it. Oh, it's a picture of both of us. Isn't that just a cute picture? I mean, it's mostly cute of you, but best couple always and forever.
Mm-hmm.
Back?
So I actually.
What's on the back? You Google Georgia Hunter.
Daniel, just ignore the back. Just look at the front.
Oh wait! If you Google Georgia Hunter Special Olympics, there's a picture of us doing a pumpkin pedal on Google.
Oh yes.
Did you know that if you Google Georgia Hunter? Oh, that's awesome. Okay. So okay. I won't.
So that is the birthday present because I actually did that on one of my apps that Dan came up with.
Canva, right? Canva.
And you can put any picture you want. You can add some side effects. You can put anything that you want on it, like say what you are seeing right now. So that's your birthday present.
Awesome. So I don't know. Can you guys all see it? Can you see it?
I can see it clearly.
So they can see it too. If you can see it, then the listeners can see it. Okay. And then the card. Live your best life. Here's the front of the card.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the card.
Sorry.
Me or you? I opened the card and I thought it was one of those musical cards. I thought it was a song.
No.
I thought it was a musical card. Okay. Happy birthday. Daniel, it's a picture of when we were at my sister's house on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
Just scandalous, right? I love that picture of us because you look so cute in there. Okay. Make all of your wishes come true. Wishing you all good things. Happy birthday. Daniel S. I am so proud of you every step of the way. I am so lucky to have a wonderful boyfriend no matter what. Everyone thinks you are my dream guy and I love you. Happy birthday with my boyfriend. Yo. Go GH. And let's the people, if you're listening to the podcast, go check out the video on YouTube or Facebook, and you can see the birthday card if you want to go and check it out. I'll try to on our Daniel and Georgia, or even on my @Palmante on Instagram. I will try to post a picture later. But if you're watching the video on YouTube or Facebook, you can see the birthday card that got me. And so
and also lastly, you'll be getting one more thing later on this week.
Oh, I am.
Yes, you are.
Is it a surprise?
Yes, but I can say it on this podcast. You'll be getting a dessert for me, all the way from Trader Joe's, like the one that I work at. You're getting a brookie, which is a brownie and a cookie, because you've had the exact same thing on your 30th. So
I love that.
you'll be getting that for either later on today or sometime this
You
week.
gonna send it in the mail, or are you gonna give it to me in person?
I'm gonna give it to you in person, actually.
Ooh, even better.
Yeah.
I'm trying to prop this up. I just don't know how to. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to put the candles on it, so you had to do that for yourself.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I will. Maybe we'll try to like do a Instagram live, and we can do the candles on an after show.
Well, right now my phone's dead, so I had to.
Well, not now.
Well, yeah,
Later. Okay. So with that, we're coming at about the yellow milk. Anything else, babe, that should we share with our lovely listeners? Oh, we've got some comments.
Yeah, why don't we just go ahead and read the comments? My best friend, Jackie Finn, says, "Happy birthday, Daniel."
Thank you.
Gary Mayo said, "Happy birthday, Daniel." Beth, I can't pronounce her last name.
Goz. Well, Beth G. Let's just say Beth G for the
All
listener.
right, Beth G says, "Happy birthday."
And we can't forget our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah.
Hannah Atkinson, she said, "Happy birthday to you,
Daniel. Well, thank you, Hannah, because you are our favorite Colorado listener. That's true. I mean, is it not true?
That still gets me.
Okay, well, I feel like your birthday bash was a little longer of an episode, but that's okay.
Well, babe, I had so much fun doing this with you.
No, I mean, your birthday episode was a little bit longer of an episode, but that's okay. That's
Well,
fine.
yeah, well, that's because it was in person. Right now, I'm doing a virtual one.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
Let's remind our listeners how they can get in touch with us. You can go ahead and tweet us on Twitter at Daniel, and you can tweet us. Let me go ahead and I think our handle is
hashtag Georgia and
Daniel. Yeah, no, I know. Is it Daniel Georgia S? Is that our Twitter handle? You can go ahead and tweet at what is that right?
You can tweet the pit. You can tweet us at Daniel Georgia S.
At Daniel Georgia S.
Or hashtag Georgia and Daniel Show.
And on Instagram and Facebook.
At Daniel and Georgia.
Good. And I'm just checking to make sure that it is. All the links will be in the show notes if you want to go ahead and get in touch with us on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. So once again, that's on Instagram and Facebook at Daniel and Georgia. And you can go ahead and tweet us at Daniel Georgia S. Hashtag Georgia and Daniel Show. And don't forget, you could always send us your audio or email feedback to Daniel and Georgia at specialchronicles.com. Daniel and Georgia at specialchronicles.com. You can also connect with Georgia on Instagram or Facebook
You can follow me on Instagram at PeachGeorgia22.
At PeachGeorgia22. And you can follow me on Instagram at PodmanDan, PodmanDan at PodmanDan on Instagram. Go ahead and go follow me there. Find out what I'm doing when I'm not behind the mic. What I'm doing just overall in life at PodmanDan. We should always remember that you can go ahead and also watch Georgia's Kitchen Show on YouTube. SpecialChronicles.com/Georgia Kitchen Show YouTube. SpecialChronicles.com/Georgia Kitchen Show YouTube. The links to all of our social media and watch Georgia's Kitchen Show, all the links will be in the show notes on SpecialChronicles.com. Remember, you can send us your audio and email feedback to Daniel and Georgia at SpecialChronicles.com. Daniel and Georgia at SpecialChronicles.com is if you want to send us your audio and email feedback. We want to also remind you that if you can also let me find it. Let's see if I can. Maybe I didn't. Did I not? Here we go. If you want to, if you visit specialchronicles.com/shop, specialchronicles.com/shop, you can shop on Amazon using our Amazon affiliate link. When you shop on Amazon or purchase Kindle books or sign up for Prime or Audible or music using our affiliate links, Special Chronicles gets a portion of the proceeds. So once again, remember to go to specialchronicles.com/shop and click on our Amazon affiliate link. And when you shop on Amazon by first going to our Amazon affiliate link, it will help to benefit this podcast. You can also go to specialchronicles.com/StreamYard if you want to sign up for StreamYard and support this podcast as well. Remember to also go to specialchronicles.com/give, specialchronicles.com/give to make your gift today, to make your one-time or monthly or annual gifts today. specialchronicles.com/give is where you can donate. And once again, thank you to ComEd. The ComEd Energy Force Ambassador Program is the country's first energy efficiency education program designed for and taught by people with disabilities. ComEd is powering lives and radio is powering us to keep the lights on, keep all this plugged in, keep all these podcasts coming to you free of charge. It's thanks to our partner ComEd. Learn more at specialchronicles.com/ComEd. specialchronicles.com/ComEd to learn more about our partner, ComEd, and how they're powering lives. And also thanks to all of you generous listeners by going to specialchronicles.com/give, specialchronicles.com/give to make your one-time, monthly, or annual gift today. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. Anything else, babe?
No, I think this has been the best podcast today.
This has been the Georgia and Daniel Show presents Daniel's 32nd birthday bash. I am Daniel from SpecialChronicles.com.
And I am Georgia, co-host at #Georgia and Daniel Show.
And we hope that you all have enjoyed this episode, Daniel's 32nd birthday bash, this episode of the Georgia and Daniel Show. We will be back next week with another exciting episode. So make sure to subscribe to listen to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever you listen to podcasts, or right on specialchronicles.com/Georgia and Daniel Show. So make sure to go and subscribe and listen to this podcast. Tell your friends, and remember to rate, review, and follow and subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts. And with that, babe, does Bucks want to have the final word? We hope that you all have enjoyed this Daniel's 32nd birthday bash. And why don't we go ahead and just kind of close out with...
Thank you. I love you. Please stay tuned for the next episode of the Georgia and Daniel Show.
I thought Bucks was going to sing me happy birthday.
Oh, shall we?
Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Let's sign off, babe. Okay. You have been listening to the Georgia and Daniel Show. This is Daniel's 32nd birthday bash. I'm Daniel from SpecialChronicles.com.
I'm Georgia. Dan's cutest true love.
And this has been an episode of the Georgia and Daniel Show, Daniel's 32nd birthday bash. We'll see you next week right here on SpecialChronicles.com.
Yeah. Say happy birthday to Daniel. Happy birthday to you. Day to you. Day dear Daniel. Happy birthday to you.
Special Chronicles. Giving respect and a voice to people with special needs.
Stop the recording. We'll see you folks next time on the Georgia and Daniel Show on SpecialChronicles.com. Bye.
Bye.